Valerie, Kyle Travel Channel.
We just checked in at Park MGM. We're here for 48 hours. I'll show you the room and then we'll get our trip started. There are a lot of things to love about Park MGM. One, our room was comped, so that would have cost us around $330. We got $60 free play. We got $100 food and beverage resort credit. And then when we checked in, we got another $50 food and beverage credit coupon thing that they gave us out of nowhere. It is non-smoking. I like that. And I don't really think about it until I'm there and I'm walking around, and then I go to another casino that's super smoky and I'm like, oh yeah, it is non-smoking. Love that. The location is great in relation to the tram, where you can get to Aria, the Bellagio Conservatory area. You can get all over the place. It is such a good central location compared to the places that we've stayed that we still like, right? Wynn, Encore, the Strat, all over. We like those, but the location here is fantastic. Today's going to be a big day. We have reservations at Primrose for breakfast. We're going to do the Cronut. We're going to do, I want to get a robot massage. I only packed one tank top, the one I was wearing for the entire trip, so I have to find one shirt for tomorrow. Luckily, it's only 48 hours. Then we have Best Friend. Then we have Mystere over at Treasure Island. It's going to be a long day, but a good day. We ended up at Primrose, which is the breakfast kind of brunch restaurant. And it reminds me of the restaurant we always go to at Wynn Encore. And we did get the granola parfaits, and I got a latte as well. And when you see the breakfast that we got and the price we paid, it is obnoxious. So it's $50. And that's for, I think Kyle maybe got an orange juice. So 2 granolas, 2 drinks, $50, which took up the $50 food and beverage credit that we got. Insane, completely insane. My latte, I think, was maybe like, after the foam off the top, I don't know, 8 ounces of coffee and oat milk if I'm lucky, for a lot of money. The Bellagio Conservatory. It's one of my favorites. I try to feature it when we go and there's a new installation. It's the Year of the Horse, so you can walk around, see some magnificent, beautiful displays. And if you can't make it, but you still want to take a virtual tour, you can do that on the website. And then there's another website where you can watch them do the installation.
Hurry.
Yeah, do you want to get in there? Go. Yep. Kyle and friends. You know, Kyle's very familiar with the Year of the Horse because he's seen all of these on slot machines.
Seen those lanterns on a slot?
Lantern slots, panda slot.
Fish slot, dragon slot. You can get things all over the slots. Coins with a hole in it. Every slot machine's got that.
The Cronut. We're back. It's time. So at Caesars, they have the Qua Spa and they have the Aescape massage robot. So I saw this somewhere. I can't even remember where at this point. It's expensive, first of all. When I checked in, the lady said that the machines run upwards of like $250,000 a piece, which is, first of all, crazy. Second of all, after getting the massage, I don't know how I feel about it. So a 15-minute upper back massage, that was the only option, was $44. crazy expensive for 15 minutes. 30-minute was $88, but that was customizable. So because we do have the Wyndham Business Earner Card and we transfer $300 of Caesars points per year per person, we have credits that I could use. So they do take them, they're 1-to-1. So sometimes some of the places in Caesars are 2-to-1. So they're going to charge you 2 points per dollar equivalent. This is 1-to-1 for services in the spa. I decided to go for it. The first thing that you have to do is give them the size that you wear, but go one size down, because you have to put on these like spandexy, not quite a wetsuit, but I felt like I was getting ready to go for a dive kind of outfit. You put on this like skin. You're putting on skin. They want it to be as skin-like as possible without the machine actually touching your skin. So it's very tight. It was not really comfortable. I didn't think about it so much once I was already on the massage table, but until then I was like, oh, this is not usually the outfit I wear when I'm getting a massage. So that was the first thing. When you go in, you lay down face down, and then the person who takes you in, they are going to do all the settings. It's going to say, hey, does this person have a ponytail, like hair? Is it in a ponytail? Yes. And then that person just clicked all the buttons and kind of moved on through the screen for me, because you're staring at an iPad. That's the other thing, is like you have a screen in front of you through the face hole. So she did all of that, and then I requested additional work on my calves, which always get really tight. So as it's working through the massage, it shows you the amount of time left. So, oh, you have 5 minutes and 34 seconds on your upper back, and now we're doing this type of massage, and now we're doing this. And the little hands, they're like little paws almost. You're not getting individual fingertip kind of pressure. I did like that it was pretty consistent pressure across the board. So you could up the pressure and you could lower it. So I did like that. But then as I'm laying there, like upping the pressure, I'm like, okay, well, if this malfunctioned and it wanted to, it could just crush my back. It could just crush all my bones right now. What a crazy thing to think. I know. But that is where my mind went, because you're in a room by yourself with a massage with a robot, and it's just kind of going through the motions. And I'm like thinking about if it derails and decides to do whatever it feels like. That didn't happen, but I can't be the only one that has those thoughts, right? Like, it's totally normal to think those things. I wouldn't call it something that I have any desire to go do again. Have you done it? What did you think? Let me know. Would you do it? Would you be alone with a robot that could crush you? Let me know. Let me know what you think about all that. In Park MGM, Best Friend. Roy Choi is the creator of Best Friend. He has a bunch of different restaurants all over the US. I think he has 10 restaurants. He's from Seoul, South Korea. And I worked in South Korea for 2 years. I love Korean food. So I ordered an obnoxious, obscene amount of food. We ordered the barbecue platter, so that's going to have galbi, which is short ribs that are marinated, and it's a sweet and savory marinade. So you have soy sauce, you have sugar, you have garlic, you have ginger. It is one of my absolute favorite Korean foods, hands down. If you can get galbi, do it. It's amazing every single time. There was marinated chicken, and then there was the marinated pork, which actually ended up being one of my favorite things that we had, because the pork was like a little spicy, but the marinade and the flavor on it, absolutely delicious. I could not get enough of it. I got the kogi short rib tacos, and this was one of the appetizers that I wanted to make sure that we hit the total. So I ordered 2 appetizers. The short rib tacos were really good. I don't think that we needed this in addition to the barbecue platter that I got, but I would order it again, 100%. The meat is just so delicious. And then when you pair it with all the toppings of the tacos, yeah, it's really good. The corn actually was some of the best street corn, or elote, some of the best that I've had. And it wasn't on the cob like we got it in Mexico and the other places we've been recently. It was just corn mixed with like the mayo, the different spices. One of the best, like I said, that I've had. So delicious. I ordered the Korean wings, which are going to be lightly battered and deep fried wings. We didn't eat them. Truthfully, we each took a bite. He took a bite first and he's like, this is not good. And even with the sauce was delicious, but the wings themselves, the batter just had an off flavor. I don't know what was going on with it, but that was a complete waste. We just left that on the table. We didn't eat it at all. Out of everything, the barbecue platter, hands down, just some of the best Korean marinated meat you can get. And then you pair that with the street corn. Yeah, I loved it. I'm so glad we finally got to go and we got to use some food comps. So win-win. Now it's time to pop over to Treasure Island. We're finally going to see Mystere. This aired. The debut is December 1993, making this Cirque's longest running show in Vegas. It did not disappoint. So we ended up getting a crazy Cap One offer. And I know I've talked about going through the shopping portal before. So we got $250 off, like a $250 purchase. So our tickets were like 280 something. We paid 30 something dollars for the tickets after we get the money back in the portal. And then we can put that towards our groceries and things like that. I can't remember the last time we've actually used like regular money for groceries and dog food and cat food because we just keep buying excursions and tickets through the Capital One shopping portal and then putting that money that we get back towards our daily stuff. So we've kind of switched from buying that to buying tickets for different shows. Mystere was so great. So great. They have like this giant baby that comes out and there's crowd participation, crowd interaction. The baby was hilarious. Like the entire crowd just had a fantastic time. So we were there actually on a Monday night. And because of that, the tickets we got were a little bit further up in the theater. And before the show started, an usher came and he's like, hey, do you guys just want to move down to the front? So he put us like in the third row. Absolutely amazing seats. I would 100% recommend seeing this, especially for like the funny factor of it. Some of the other Cirque shows have tried to incorporate some funny things like, with the clowns and things like that, which really missed the mark for me. But the giant baby was actually so funny. The entire crowd loved it. So now let's take a look at how much we spent. Park MGM, we did get that comped. And like I said, it would have been $329, but we also got some free play and resort credit with that. Frontier, we did have a flight credit, so we paid $54.28. Southwest, we used 5,000 in points, so we spent $11.20 plus our points. That's ridiculous. Ubers, we had some credits. So in total, to stay, to fly there, and to Uber around, we spent $98.29, would have been $574.35. For the food, we have the Cronut. We used points for that. Primrose, we used that $50 food and beverage credit or the $100 resort credit. We charged it all to the room, so it came out in the wash. We did eat at Grand Walk at MGM Grand. We did have a $100 food credit there, so we only paid $11.74. Best friend, like I mentioned, I ordered an obscene amount of food. It came out to $160.13. We paid $25.13 after all of our credits and all of our discounts. Crack Shack, we had some chicken that was not good, $25.33. Kyle had something at Caesars for $18. We used points for that. That's a 1-to-1 as well. Primrose, we're back at Primrose ordering the overpriced granola and coffee. And so we spent in total $82.20 on what would have been $441.50 worth of food. Is an obnoxious amount of food, but wow, were we prepared with our comps and credits and coupons. That's amazing. For entertainment, so we had the Cirque show, and like I mentioned, we got the Capital One offer, so we ended up paying $38.24. And then the Quaspa, $88 for my 30-minute robot massage. Obnoxious, obscene, ridiculous. Glad I did it. One and done for me. We spent $38.24. Would have been $376.24. Bringing us to our trip total, and this is complete insanity. We spent $218.73, 48 hours for 2 people to do all the things, eat all the food. That's complete insanity. It would have been $1,392.15. How did we do? I think we're really dialed in now in like a really impressive way. Our trips were getting up in the couple hundred, 400 or 500, and then now we got them right back down. And we're going to keep going. We're going to keep doing it. We already have April planned. We're going to be at Vidara. We have May planned. We actually are headed to Reno in a couple weeks. So we got a crazy Caesars offer for that. I can't wait to show you that video. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the videos. Not hate. It's always interesting when I watch a lot of YouTube and people say like, oh, subscribe, it really helps the channel. And then you think like, oh, whatever. But like it actually really does. And I hate even saying it, but I guess I'm going to join in and say, hey, subscribe so you can see where we go next and how much we spend. Sounds like the crosswalk.
Yeah.
As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next trip.
Goodbye, everybody, goodbye.